Hi, I am Green. Today we'll show you about the next 50 years' greatest threats to our forest ecosystems in the world. The world's forests are not just a backdrop for life on Earth, they are essential to it. They regulate the climate, house 80% of terrestrial biodiversity, and provide invaluable resources for billions of people. Yet, despite their critical role, forests are facing an unprecedented wave of destruction. What are the risks to forest ecosystems over the next 50 years, and how will the world's forests cope with these challenges? Our forests are not just trees, they are the beating heart of our planet. From the towering Amazon to the dense jungles of the Congo Basin and the vast boreal forests of the north, these ecosystems hold the key to life on Earth. Yet, over the past 50 years, these vital landscapes have faced mounting pressures. As we look ahead to the next half-century, the risks facing these ecosystems grow ever more pressing. What are the main risks to our forests, and how have things changed over the past 5 decades? In 1974, the global forest cover was already under strain, but the next 50 years would see a dramatic acceleration in deforestation. From 1990 to 2020, the world lost 420 million hectares of forest. This is an area larger than the entire landmass of Europe. The causes of this decline are varied agriculture, urban expansion, logging, and infrastructure development all contributed to the unprecedented loss of forest ecosystems. In Brazil, the Amazon rainforest has long been at the center of the deforestation debate. By 1974, the Amazon was already facing significant pressure, but it wasn't until the 1990s that deforestation rates exploded. Over the past 5 decades, Brazil has lost nearly 20% of its Amazon rainforest, primarily due to logging, cattle ranching, and soybean farming. As of 2024, deforestation in the Amazon is again accelerating, with estimates of nearly 11,000 square kilometers lost in a single year. In Southeast Asia, Indonesia's rainforests have suffered catastrophic losses, particularly since the 1990s. The rapid expansion of palm oil plantations has been a key driver of deforestation. In the past 50 years, Indonesia has lost over 40 million hectares of forest, with palm oil responsible for nearly 30% of this deforestation. This has not only affected biodiversity, but also contributed to severe air pollution during the burning of forest land for plantations. In Africa, the Congo Basin has long been considered the lungs of Africa, providing vital ecosystem services across the continent. While the Congo has faced less deforestation than the Amazon or Southeast Asia, the last 50 years have still seen significant losses. Between 1990 and 2020, the Congo Basin lost approximately 60 million hectares of forest due to logging, mining, and agricultural expansion. Over the next 50 years, the Congo Basin's forests could face even greater risks from infrastructure projects and growing agricultural demand. The boreal forests, stretching across Canada, Russia, and Scandinavia, are the world's largest terrestrial biome. Although deforestation has been less intense here compared to the tropics, these forests face significant threats, primarily from the oil and gas industry, logging, and climate change. In the past 50 years, the Canadian boreal forest has experienced significant degradation, especially in the oil sands regions. By 2070, projections show that climate change could drastically alter these ecosystems, with forest fires becoming more frequent and severe. Forests are vital to the health of our planet. They act as carbon sinks, absorbing up to 30% of global carbon dioxide emissions each year. However, as forests are destroyed, they release stored carbon, exacerbating climate change. Between 1990 and 2020, deforestation and forest degradation contributed 12% of global greenhouse gas emissions. If current deforestation rates persist, the impacts on global warming could be catastrophic, pushing the Earth past tipping points. Scientists have warned that the Amazon rainforest is approaching a critical tipping point. Once 20 to 25% of the forest is lost, the ecosystem could collapse, turning the Amazon into a dry savanna. Currently, with 20% of the forest already lost, experts estimate that the tipping point could be reached within the next 10 to 20 years, further accelerating climate change and biodiversity loss. In January 2025, Los Angeles County experienced devastating wildfires, primarily the Palisades and Eaton fires, both igniting on January 7th. The Palisades Fire, which started near Pacific Palisades, rapidly spread due to strong Santa Ana winds and dry conditions, ultimately burning 23,448 acres. The Eaton Fire, originating near Altadena, consumed over 14,000 acres. Collectively, these fires destroyed more than 12,000 structures and claimed at least 24 lives. Evacuation orders affected hundreds of thousands of residents, with areas such as Malibu, Pasadena, and Altadena being significantly impacted. Firefighting efforts were challenged by the intense winds and dry vegetation, but by January 31st, both fires were fully contained. The exact causes of the fires remain under investigation. Projections for 2074 show that if current trends continue, nearly 50% of the wildfires have become one of the most destructive forces facing the world's forests. In Brazil, fires in the Amazon have increased in frequency and intensity since the 1990s. The 2019 fire season alone saw more than 80,000 fires across Brazil, many in the Amazon. In 2023, Indonesia faced its worst fire season in years, burning vast stretches of rainforest. By 2074, with rising temperatures and prolonged droughts, wildfires could become a constant threat to forest ecosystems around the world. Thanks for watching.